Evaluate a negative x when x is negative 72. So we copy this down, and then we try to interpret this a little bit. Let's copy the first negative, okay? Use a bracket instead of the parentheses. Use the bracket and copy this parentheses down, okay? Now all that's left is to write the what? Write the x, okay? We copied this. We used a bracket instead of parentheses. I copied this one down, and now I want to copy down what? X, where x is a negative 72. Okay, so this is x right here. Now how many negatives do I end up with on this problem? 1, 2, 3 negatives, okay? Now if you had no negatives, the answer would be plus. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you don't have any negatives, if I have no negatives, the answer is plus. If I have one negative, that's different than no negatives. So one negative must be minus. Two negatives is different than one. So two negatives has to be like 0 negatives. So 4 negatives, 4 is an even number, is like 2 negatives, 2 is an even number, it's like 0 negatives. And if you have 0 negatives, you're going to have a negative number. But if we said before, if you have 1 negative, or 3 negatives, or 5 negatives, or 7 negatives, really, those are all odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. If you had 11 negatives in a problem, here we have 3. But if you had 11 negatives, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, it's like 1 negative. Okay? All right, so 3 negatives is like 1 negative, and 1 negative is going to be a negative. So the answer, minus 72.